Welcome in everyone to another episode of the Cover 2 podcast. I'm your host Lawson Turner as usual, and wow. The Lakers got one. They won last night's game 119 to 108, but they still trailed the series 3 games to 1. When I was watching the game last night, I was in shock. Not shock, but it was the shock was in the third quarter, but we'll get to the third quarter when we get to the third quarter. The I thought the opening first couple possessions for the Lakers, they were running a lot of their offense through Austin Reeves, which if you want to say he has the most favorable matchup of the five matchups that the Lakers have for Denver, I would agree with you. Denver's putting Jokic on AD, Aaron Gordon on LeBron, KCP on D'Lo. I for whatever reason D'Lo just slipped my mind there, and that means they're having Jamal on Austin Reeves, which I may it's a lot of it was working early, and one of the biggest things that set the tone for me was how active AD was on the glass. And I knew the Lakers were going to come out with the exact same energy that they did in the past 3 games. They led by they led by 5 at the end of the first quarter. And I was like, okay, let's see if they can withstand any of Denver's, attempts at keeping it, close. And they won the second quarter by 8 and they were up 13 at the half. And I was like, oh shit. Where have I seen this before? Oh, in games 1, 2, and 3. We've seen this team be up double digits against the opposing team, and just for whatever reason seem to crumble. I I will say one thing though about Darvin Ham this game. I have a lot of issues with him. I don't think he can set a good rotation. The only change he did though, and I will say I thought it was a fantastic change. Over the first 3 games, it seemed to me as if LeBron was running out of gas due to him playing too much in the first 3 quarters, trying to build as big of a lead and let him sit in the fourth. And then when the Nuggets take the lead or cut it down close in the fourth, Darvin Ham's like, oh shit, LeBron in, and he's just tired. And I get it. But LeBron's minutes per quarter this game, the first quarter 9, second quarter 8, third quarter 8, and all 12 of the fourth. I think that's an outstanding minute rotation for LeBron because he still played in a ass load of minutes, which it's going to be required if the Lakers have any chance of extending it to 6 and then potentially a 7th game. Let's highlight the players individually. Jokic, I thought was having a just like in game 2. I'm like, oh, Jokic is having a subpar-ish game. He's not really dominating one thing. And then you look at the box score, 33, 14, and 14. And you're like, oh, well, of course he had 33, 14, and 14. That's just what Jokic does. It might not always make an impact on your television screen, but it'll make an impact in the box score and in the majority of the win column. Win columns. Michael Porter Jr., outstanding game, 27 points, 11 rebounds. You can't really ask much more from your third or fourth guy to give you 27 and 11. Jamal Murray, one of the key things in the series preview, I didn't think Jamal Murray would be on the heater that he was not in the Western Conference Finals last year. And he really hasn't outside of game 2 in the fourth quarter. We saw this game 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 9 for 23, and 0 for 4 from 3. The Lakers outside of the fourth quarter of game 2, they've been doing an outstanding job containing him, timely double teams. Another key speaking of double teams, another key thing that led to in my opinion, the success in the second half. The Lakers were doubling Jokic fast and in a hurry. They were immediately just showing double team. We're going to make your tertiary guys beat us. And they have been capable of doing that. We saw Aaron Gordon last game 29 and 15. And we saw Michael Porter Jr. this game 27 and 11. Speaking of Aaron Gordon, he once again regression to the mean. Aaron Gordon this game 7 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Regression to the mean. KCP, though, outstanding game for a player of his role. 14 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, big 3 and D, and was 6 for 8 from the floor, 2 for 3 from 3. Good job, KCP. Let's rotate to the Lakers. AD, I tip my cap to you. You've been the best player on the floor through 4 games, impact wise. 25 points and 23 rebounds. Don't have to say much more. Didn't even have to bring up the 6 assists that he had. He was outstanding, and he's been outstanding. And this is what we expect from a player of Anthony Davis's caliber. I was expecting him to have a better series this year around than last year, because why would you not want to step up to the challenge, step up to the plate? Jokic is Jokic. He's in your same stratosphere. We compare LeBron to the other great, forwards in today's game. Why wouldn't we compare AD to the Jokic's or the Joel Embiid's or the Giannis's, depending upon how some people view Giannis? But through the first, now outside of a couple fourth quarters, like in game 2 and game 3, where he was a, a near no show, this game he was impactful from the start to the finish, and he's been feasting on that Jokic one-on-one matchup. Let's transition to, player of the night, LeBron. Outside of player of the night, I'll give to AD. LeBron's the deep breath. AD is your inhale. LeBron is your exhale. AD's gonna bring everything up, and LeBron's gonna be that calming exhale. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Scoring 14 of his 30 in the fourth quarter and 6 for 8 from the floor. Outstanding. Outstanding. And I think he looks more energetic due to this new minute, the new rotation that Darvin Ham plays for this game. I was surprised as to how, not surprised isn't the word that I should say. I was happier on how LeBron looked coming off, not coming off the bench in the fourth, but like starting the fourth all the way throughout. Now at the 9-10 mark, LeBron thought he forced a turnover on KCP. And when they went back to replay, of course he did. And LeBron, it was on the sideline for the Lakers, and LeBron screaming and yelling and flailing his arms, telling Darvin Ham, challenge this play. And then while LeBron's, acting out, KCP, quick inbound to Jamal Murray, lays the ball up. And then the Lakers don't score, and Jamal Murray hits him 80, and they got to call timeout. It amazes me because Darvin Ham refuses to, are you not going to listen to your superstar? Like, if he says, and another thing, it happened right in front of you. It'd be different if it was on the opposite side of the court where you didn't get a good look and you had to wait for like a replay on the Jumbotron or something, or ask your assistant coaches, hey, should we challenge this? Hey, did you see something? When LeBron's doing this, hit that green light. Now, he ended up challenging a play in the fourth quarter to get Lakers an extra possession, anyways. But it's like you still would have had the challenge if you would have just challenged that, and it's a 6 point swing. Well, it's really a 4 point swing. Is why I said six is Jamal Murray doesn't get the layup. Maybe that takes a little bit of the momentum away from Denver, who is already on a run, and then your Lakers score, and Jamal doesn't hit a fast break midi, or doesn't hit a midi that's set up in the half court. Maybe he hits the midi anyways, but regardless, I don't understand Darvin Ham's thing for challenging. I don't. And another improvement that I saw in this game, when to use your timely timeouts, because there were a couple times where Lakers extended their lead to 16, 17. Then the Nuggets, just like that, would cut it to 12 time. Let's move on from LeBron. D'Lo, outstanding game. He's had stinker, awesome game, stinker, awesome game. So we're 2-2. So by the logic, he might be bad for game 5, but I'm hopeful. D'Lo's ceiling is really high. He can get on a heater in a hurry. He had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 for 8 from 3. And we love seeing D'Lo play good. Austin Reeves showed up, 21 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, and they were kind of going to him late. They were kind of saying, Austin, here's the ball. We're going to set a high screen and roll, or just kind of go one-on-one and work here. He's not fast, but he is quick, shifty, and nimble, and can get into the lane. And he hit a couple in the paint jumpers in the fourth that really were the quintessential daggers. You also saw Rui Hachimura chip in 9 and Torian Prince chip in 9 as well. Good games from your role players that have been up and down and more down than up. Let's go into some special categories that I thought on the box score that really stood out to me. And we don't know this in real time until after the game and we check the box score. The Lakers won the rebounding game. The rebounding, I said the rebounding game. You know what? Yeah, the Lakers out rebounded the Denver Nuggets 46-40. They lost the offensive. They lost the offensive rebounding. Part of the game 8-9, but they only gave up 5 second chance points. That's the thing. If you're giving up offensive rebounds, just stay at home or continue to play good defense. There was a time in the fourth in which Jokic just reached over everybody because AD was on the perimeter on a switch, and he just reached over. I think it was D'Angelo Russell just reached over him, and Austin Reeves fouled him from behind for and one. And I'm like, dude, your offensive putbacks will not kill you. Late in games up double digits. Twos won't hurt you. 3 point plays, whether it be from three or the old school way, those will hurt you in a hurry. Um, the Lakers had 14 second chance points off their 8 offensive rebounds that they had. Good sign, good sign, good sign. They won the turnover battle 11-3, and Denver had 12 points off LA's 11 turnovers, and LA had 13 points off Denver's 14 turnovers. The Denver Nuggets went on a 8-0 run from the 454 mark in the third to the 341 mark. And once again, timely timeouts. Timely timeouts. That was after the Lakers ended up going up by 17, and then they go on an 8-0 run, and it's 9 and call timeout. Then in the fourth, from the 5:58 mark to the 1:47 mark, Denver goes on a 16-5 run, and I am sweating it. My heart didn't slow down till it was triple zeros, because we've seen this happen from time to time to time to time. Even when it was 10 with a minute 47, I was still, oh shit, hold on for dear life. LeBron just make 2 or 3 more plays. AD grab 2 or 3 more rebounds, and we're gonna be fine. Now I want to talk about LeBron in the fourth quarter real quick, and then we'll, we'll get up out of here. But first, the Lakers also dominated points in the paint, 72-52, which that's a that's a lot for when you're playing a big team such as the Denver Nuggets. Outscoring them by 20 in the paint, ridiculous, ridiculous. Now let's transition to LeBron in the fourth. LeBron in the regular season averaged 8.1 points per fourth quarter, led the NBA, was not a finalist for Clutch Player of the Year. In the playoffs, he's averaging 10 points per fourth quarter. So LeBron, who the narrative around him for the longest time has been, he's not clutch. You can make the same argument that he is the clutchest player, and we're even seeing it in year 21. 20? 21? Either or. I'm losing track. We've seen this year in and year out. It takes my breath away. The fact that we get to see this still on a consistent basis, and no one should be shocked. No one should be shocked. And if he can have another fourth quarter performance like he did last night, maybe not 14 in the fourth, but if he can just 10 to 12 and play both ends, timely steals, timely rebounds, the right pass, limit turnovers, I could see this going 6. It's going to be damn hard, though, in Denver. In Denver, it is going to be damn hard. Like, people don't know how hard it is to win in Denver, period. Just as the home team. Not only the altitude, um, but it's a hostile environment for the away team. That arena is loud. Those fans get rowdy. They go on an 8-0. If the Nuggets go on a 10-2 run early, that crowd's going to be into it, and it's going to suck for the Lakers, dude, too. Role players play better at home. Flatly. Role players play better at home. Now, could we see a D'Angelo Russell like we did in Game 2, where he just hits, 7 threes? Yes. D'Lo just needs to see 2 go down, and he feels like the bucket is 10 feet wide. But the thing is, he can also go over. But I believe the Lakers can force a Game 6 at home, and then who knows that in Game 7 you have arguably, in my opinion, the best player of all time in Game 7. I mean, we've seen it done before. We haven't seen a 3-0 comeback before, but LeBron's got it to 3-1, and we've seen plenty of 3-1 comebacks over the course of the lifetime of the NBA, and we've seen LeBron do it before. So I know he's older, but it doesn't seem like he's slowing down. And if the Darvin Ham minutes swap, not even a swap, the changing of the minutes of finding LeBron 3 to 5 minutes of rest, like here or here, it it showed in the fourth. It really did show in the fourth, and that's why the Lakers ended up winning this game. LeBron pulled this out late. Well, that's all I have for you guys going over the Nuggets Lakers game from last night. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at thecover2pod26 to stay up to date with the shows and interact with us on Twitter during these playoff games. It's fun, exciting, and if you're just strolling around and stumble upon this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and catch up on your daily Cover 2 podcast episodes. Well, I have rambled for long enough. Thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you guys later. As always, Lawson Turner for the Cover 2 podcast. You know what? I'm going to say it again. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.